Tension between two increasingly Trump-friendly tech titans is brewing and has been for a while. Elon Musk and OpenAI's Sam Altman got into a fight on X, a back and forth over Operation Stargate.
Operation Stargate is an up to $5 billion AI infrastructure partnership that Trump, along with Altman, SoftBank's Masayoshi Son, and Oracle co-founder Larry Ellison, announced on Tuesday.
Musk took a shot at Altman over the project, responding to an OpenAI tweet by writing this: "They don't actually have the money." In another tweet, he wrote, "SoftBank has well under $10 billion secured. I have that on good authority."
Sam Altman hit back, writing, "Wrong, as you surely know. Want to come visit the first site already underway? This is great for the country. I realize what is great for the country isn't always optimal for your companies, but in your new role, I hope you'll mostly put America first." White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt undermined Musk's comments this morning.
Here she is.
Well, President Trump is very excited about this infrastructure announcement in the field of AI, which is obviously growing and something the United States of America needs to capitalize on because our adversaries, such as China, are very advanced in this field. And so that was a big announcement for our country, for our industries here at home, and also for the American people, because this is going to create a minimum of 100,000 jobs here in the United States of America. So the American people should take President Trump and those CEOs' words for it. These investments are coming to our great country, and American jobs are coming along with them.
Meanwhile, Ellison's comments during Tuesday's presser have enraged some on X.
Thank you, Mr. President. One of the most exciting things we're working on, again, using the tools that Sam and Masa are providing, is a cancer vaccine. It's very interesting. It turns out, I'll be quick, all of our cancers, cancer tumors, little fragments of those tumors float around in your blood. So you can do early cancer detection. If you can do using AI, you can do early cancer detection with a blood test. And using AI to look at the blood test, you can find the cancers that are actually seriously threatening the person. Then beyond that, once we gene sequence that cancer tumor, you can then vaccinate the person, design a vaccine for every individual person to vaccinate them against that cancer. And you can make that vaccine, that mRNA vaccine, you can make that robotically, again using AI, in about 48 hours. So imagine early cancer detection, the development of a cancer vaccine for your particular cancer aimed at you, and have that vaccine available in 48 hours. This is the promise of AI and the promise of the future.
In response to Ellison's comments, podcaster and journalist Drew Hernandez wrote on X, "President Trump needs to reject this mRNA nonsense. All of these psychos that want to play God need to be booted."
Internet personality Ian Carroll wrote, "It's make America healthy again, not America all get AI scanned and mRNA experimented on again. Larry Ellison is CIA. This is atrocious, has no place in this administration. Terminate everything about it right now."
A resurfaced clip of Ellison talking about AI police body cams is also gaining traction.
Remember this terrible case in Memphis where the 5 police officers basically beat to death a citizen in Memphis? Well, that can't happen because it would be on TV at headquarters. Everyone would see it. Your body cams will be transmitting that. The police will be on their best behavior because we're constantly watching and recording everything that's going on. Citizens will be on their best behavior because we're constantly recording and reporting everything that's going on. And it's unimpeachable. The cars have cameras on them. I think we have a squad car here someplace. But those kind of applications using AI, if we can use AI, and we're using AI to monitor the video. So if that altercation that occurred in Memphis, the chief of police would be immediately notified. It's not people that are looking at those cameras.
So lots to discuss here. The idea of AI using mRNA technology to target cancer early on, that will probably sound appealing to some people, very scary to other people, due to widespread suspicion about mRNA vaccines among some vaccine skeptical quarters. I have no idea to independently verify how much scientific validity is behind the I don't know if he's just giving a pitch meeting type thing for a product. I just have to rely on what people I do generally tend to trust say. Vinay Prasad is one of them. I've liked a lot of what he's had to say about COVID. He's not an anti-vax person whatsoever. He says, I'm just reading his Substack, he says it's not going to happen. Artificial intelligence and mRNA vaccines are not going to cure cancer. AI is not going to be able to detect the right type of lesions early. mRNA cancer vaccines are going to fail. The modern melanoma vaccine trial has so much likely informative censoring. Wait for phase 3. So he was sounding a pessimistic note about that. Now, I hope companies do these kinds of projects and find strategies to deploy new technology to make us healthier and better off. It should always be voluntary. I don't know if the anti or vaccine skeptical people are saying, it's human experimentation. Well, if people consent to try these, I'm a right to try person. If people want to try out these things, that's fine. It's none of my business or the government's. It just shouldn't be forced on anyone. And then the question of how much of it involves government spending is, of course, a public policy question, and I totally understand within it and put myself in the camp of people who don't want a lot of government spending put toward private business experimental ends. But I generally do want to unleash tech companies to explore things like this if they so choose.
Yes, that is true. I was about to leap in to defend Larry Ellison over the charge of CIA involvement, but I see that Gizmodo previously reported that the fact that Oracle takes its name from a 1977 CIA project code name, and the CIA was Oracle's first customer. So,
ooh, now you're putting on your tinfoil hat with the rest of us, Niall. Join the party, Niall. It's all CIA spooks all the way down.
I'm sure Larry Ellison would still object to the fact of being described as CIA. And look, the mRNA stuff I'm not going to get into because that's something that obsesses people, and unless you're at a similar level of obsessiveness, it's very difficult to have those debates. Obviously, people's personal rights should be respected, and people should not be conscripted for medical experiments. I think that is a pretty universal belief. What interests me about the Musk versus Altman thing is that it gets back to what we've talked about before in terms of different people's influence on the current administration. And Elon Musk had, in fact, originally been one of the very early investors into OpenAI,
yes,
and had been on the board at one stage.
Yeah, they've had a professional rivalry, right, business rivalry for a long time. They're a kind of modern day Edison versus Tesla sort of thing. They both want to have AI be the thing that they innovate in, and which I think is fine. I think it's good for businessmen to be competing to deliver a better product. They should not be competing in a way that, like, I'm going to get the ear of Trump or the government, so we punish your company so mine wins. That I don't want to see, and that is the area of concerns about Elon that I do share with you. Like, if Elon is more in charge in the government and gets some punitive regulation that hurts OpenAI or his rivals company, that I would be totally against. We just want them, free to compete in the open field. The thing about Sam Altman I always find interesting is that he's trying to create AI technology. His name, Altman.
As you say, that we'll need to get the tinfoil hat on about that, Robby.
No,
is he a clone?
Have you heard that phenomenon where people, like, if your last name is Judge, you're likely to be in the legal profession? If you're likely that there's that kind of
When I was at college, we were very excited to find, decades before, a president of the junior college common room who was called Reverend Church, who we liked. So, that's
there you go.
That your name shows a predisposition. The Altman thing, Altman himself is obviously suggesting that Musk is influenced, saying that it's not. He would hope that he would be concerned about things that were best for the country rather than his companies.
I agree with that. Larry Ellison, say what you will about him, does look good for 80, I would say. Amazing. More coming up on Rising. Stay tuned.